stuck in my brain. I'm going insane. Can somebody help me, please? And it feels like I've been spinning round and round again. Just wanna break. My heart seems to ache. I'm craving some normalcy. 'Cause I don't have much to say, and I'm running out of thoughts to bring today. Show and tell is getting more mundane. No life to live or share, and it all feels so unfair. 'Cause we're floating in the air. Our feet are grounded on the earth, but our thoughts are way out there. And we're having sleepless nights, losing puzzle pieces for ourselves. We need to feel alright. Somehow I've been getting by all on my own. I'm not gonna lie, it's harder to try waking up each morning. And I'm gazing outside of my windowsill. The world is so wrong, I hope that we're strong, but I'm still mourning. 'Cause I don't have much to say, and I'm running out of thoughts to bring today. Show and tell is getting more mundane. No life to live or share, and it all feels so unfair. 'Cause we're floating in the air. Our feet are grounded on the earth, but our thoughts are way out there. And we're having sleepless nights, losing puzzle pieces for ourselves. We need to feel alright. Floating in the air. Our feet are grounded on the earth, but our thoughts are way out there. And we're having sleepless nights, losing puzzle pieces for ourselves. We need to feel alright.
I heard you're living in the house in the hills, the kind with too much space and nobody spills. I heard you found the perfect man of your dreams. I guess that he's the better version of me. I've been having trouble being happy for you. I get older, I'd marry her, I told her. Now I'm 26 and I work in an office. 9 till 5's not the best, I'll be honest. If I could change a single thing, I'd make it me and not him. He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat. And even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh, oh, your new boyfriend's an asshole. Took you away from me, you hit it off instantly. I know 'cause you won't stop telling me. Seen his jawline, shoulders and muscles push against his fashion sense. I've thought about what he looks like nude. Not gay though. 'Cause she's living the dream. Oh, she's living the dream. From back when we were 17, she's living the dream. How on earth could I be safe when I'm one click away from insane? I just think that I deserve a little bit of what I earned. I'm not gonna make another scene. The one I made when I was 23 means I'm not allowed in Disney World. But he's in your bed and I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat. 'Cause even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh, oh, your new boyfriend's an asshole.
ladies and gentlemen. Our very long-awaited sharing session with Fine Roughness, the iterative art of Kobe Sek is going to start very, very soon. If you are ready, please be seated and enjoy the rest of the event. A reminder to all, please make sure your phones are kept on silent. Thank you for your cooperation.
Never partied in high school, so excuse me for not knowing my limits. Put your hat in, I like you. So meet me in the bathroom in 5 minutes. Know you love to talk, but I ain't listening. Take a shot and I'll pretend to give a shit. And it'll burn going down, down, down. But do you wanna come to the after party with me? Said, do you wanna come put your body on me? Pretty, pretty, please. What you drinking? Cause I'm buying. If you promise to be quiet, baby. Cause I'm dying to please you. Do you wanna come to me? Do you wanna come to the after party? After party, after party. Do you wanna come put your body on me? Pretty, pretty, please. I'm a little bit psycho. Never been too good at making decisions, but you're hot and I like you. Even look good from my double vision. Know you're kinda dumb, but I don't give a shit. Have another baby, we ain't finished yet. And it'll burn going down, 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 down. But it's okay, don't be intimidated. Don't worry your pretty little brain. It's okay, it ain't complicated. I'm a good girl, promise to behave. Whatever you need, I'll make it so. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Let me know if you're down, down, down. Down, down, down. Do you wanna come to the after party? After party, after party. Do you wanna come put your body on me? Pretty, pretty, please. You're the only one invited, and I promise that you'll like it. So do you wanna come to the after party with me? Final call, it's so late. Follow me back to my place. You're so tall, it's so great. I don't even know your name. Final call, it's so late. Follow me back to my place. You're so tall, it's so great. Next to you, I feel so safe. Do you wanna come to the after party? Do you wanna come to the after party? After party, after party. Do you wanna come put your body on me? Pretty, pretty, please. You're the only one invited, and I promise that you'll like it. So do you wanna come to the after party? After party, after party. So great, great, I don't even know your name. So late, late, late. After party, after party. So great, great, next to you. Pretty, pretty, please. Do you wanna come to the after party? Look at you, you're stupid perfect. And even though we've never met in person, you should come.
Once again, a very good morning and warm welcome to our Managing Director of the One Academy Penang, Mr. 𝐊𝐭𝐿𝐴, to all the One Academy Penang staffs, students, alumni, and also our honorable guests. Thank you for coming. We are glad to see everyone here during the weekend, as I believe all of us here are very excited for our upcoming sharing session for today. Before we start, I would like everyone to remain seated as we are going to take a group photo first. Let's welcome our photographer on stage. And look into the camera in front of you. How many pictures are we going to take? 4. The first one. 1, 2, 3 first. Alright, we are going to take separate pictures. Alright, so for the first one over there, okay, the students over there, you can pose to the camera in front of you. Alright, so when I count to 3, 2, 1, then we will take the picture. Alright, ready? So 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Alright, for the center ones. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Okay, move on to the right side. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so for the final one, the photographer will be taking a wide angle. Okay, so you will be included. Okay, so we will be doing a freestyle. So you can pose anything that you like. You can pose good. You can pose number 1. Okay, as you like. Alright, so ready? 3, 2, 1. Yay! Alright, so thank you everyone. Let's get back to our main topic for today. It is both an honor and privilege to introduce to you Kobe Sek, a visionary expert concept artist from Ubisoft Singapore, whose remarkable creation work continues to redefine the landscape of visual storytelling. Kobe is a distinguished graduate from the One Academy, where he first nurtured his passion for design and further developed his skills that define his career today. Throughout his journey, Kobe has worked with Ubisoft on iconic titles such as Assassin's Creed, Skull and Bones, Ghost Recon, and also Prince of Persia, which are all the renowned projects around the world. In addition to the success in commercial space, Kobe has also developed his personal IP, known as 𝐑𝐞𝐿, that explores the intersection of design, narrative, and also technology, further solidifying his standing as both a storyteller and a creator. Now, please join me in welcoming our exceptionally talented and innovative artist, Mr. Kobe Sek, on stage. Let's give him a round of applause to welcome him on stage.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Right. Oh, extremely nervous. I thought I was okay because, yesterday rehearsal was alright. Then I see a lot of my friends here start to nervous. And hi, Kobe, my kids. Tanya. So thank you for coming and joining me this morning. It's really important days for me and run my first art exhibition, first time ever, and I need to do something more formal, so bear with me to at least extend my thank you to proper way. I don't used to read script, but this one I had to do properly because it's important. Okay, good morning everyone. First of all, I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude. Thank you all so much joining me this morning. Bear with me, I'm a visual person, I cannot write. So, a special thank to my family and friends, and especially for those who travel very far from Singapore to here, and some even come from Indonesia. Having you here really made this occasion truly special. And thank you to the One Academy for providing me with the incredible opportunity to run my first ever art exhibition. And another applause to the IT team, Joel, many lecturers yesterday to help to set out the whole exhibition. Thank you so much for putting so much effort. When I was here, that's the first time I realized that so much effort put behind the scene. You know, people just running around. When I say I need a monitor here, they say, okay, no problem, just go in and out, up and down. When I was student here, not really here, but the one academy, I never noticed this. I just joined the event, you know, freely, no much of emotion, but this time around it's different. I'm still on the stage, very different. So thank you all for helping me, and special thanks to Katie, she's not here today, Jasper, Junwei, and the teams who helped really set up the whole things. And last, but certainly not least, thank you, Mr. Leong, for the support, trust, and encouragement. All right, this is done. Before I start, I need to introduce myself again. Okay, my name is Kobe Sek. I'm not Japanese. Originally from Malaysia. I'm currently a expert concert artist in Ubisoft Singapore. Specialized in game development. I need to read my script. Okay. So I went to the One Academy, major in digital animation in 2005. I believe most of the people here still know you're born. Put things in perspective. Okay. How many IL students here? IL illustration for the DG students. We are the gang. I was actually a IL student wannabe, right? Because of this. Okay. It's a true story. He is considered one of my art hero. I grew up with Hong Kong comic, so I read 𝐕 comic, Stone Rider, you know, Chinese hero, and I found out this guy who do cover and art for Mr. Ma, and I found this guy actually graduated from the One Academy. So I met a gambling. I go from JB all the way to KL. I have no much of money, you know, just go and make a bank loan and getting some support. So I go there. I'm not sure what I'm heading towards actually. But because many reasons of a bank loan, so I get into digital animation instead of illustration. So I have my strategy over there. I tell myself I go DG, then I go make friends with IL people. Do you guys do that? Make friends with people from different departments? So, fun fact, the person that I truly inspired also during my peer, during the time, is Li Wei. Li Wei is the same batch as me. So I often go to him and ask, hey, how do I do this color? How do I do that color thing? So I still remember when doing marker rendering, he's telling me that, oh, transition from cold color to warm color, you can use peach color. There will be a nice, what do you call that, penumbra line on over there, transition in lighting. Right, enough of this. So I joined Ubisoft from 2009 until now, 16 years. Another half year will be 17 years. These are the projects that I contributed to. So Ghost Recon, Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia, Assassin's Creed, Ghost Recon, Assassin's Creed, Skull and Bones. Okay. So my 16 years of experience, I start with 3D artists. When I go interview, I actually asking, is it possible to become a concept artist? Because I really like concept art. I guess it's in between knowing the 3D and strong storytelling, visual storytelling, putting ideas, problem solving. I really like that part. But they told me that, you know what, we have a small team over there in 2009. So they asking me, am I okay to just be 3D artist? That means my 3D is not too bad during the time. So I still be able to get in. After that, I become a level artist. Anyone don't know level artist? Okay. For those who don't know, level artist is basically you take a lot of 3D things, put in to decorate a level from point A to point B. So I oversimplify this, but in reality, there's a lot more to do, right? A lot of measurement to do, a lot of consideration about gameplay, the vision, the directions, considering also lighting. You know, if you need a windows light coming in, are you purposely opens up the things for the light coming in and all this? So evolve a lot of things. Am I also lighting artist? I was. So during early stage of the Ubisoft, I got have a lot of good opportunity to really jumping around different roles. This also helped for me to learn from different perspectives. And finally, to be honest, I did concept started around here because I so want to do concept. When I do the first task, I insist want to do concept for myself to build the 3D. So my art director said, okay, never mind if you want to waste the time. They are very appreciated because you do the concept first, you find out the problems before you really get into productions. And then I on and off like a part-time freelancer internally to do some concept here and there. Here also, here I do a lot more. Later I will show you the design. And here I become art director. Then here I decided to become an expert concept artist, proper concept artist. Okay, so some of my work goes Recon Phantom, Skull and Bones, and some freelance that I did for the toy company, Samurai Batman, and this is not in production, but they pay me to do the idea. So medieval Batman. Ghost Recon Phantom's environment art, a lot more modern architectures. Assassin's Creed, more organic environment movies. Some breakdown on the set design, so small pieces of art they put together. Usually this one will be more beneficial for 3D artists or environment artists. Then some of the movies. The top two is for Skull and Bones. This one's for my personal work. And this one's for another toy company that used to be in Singapore. Now I think moved into Malaysia. So some other things that I explore on the site, you will see a lot later on the outside. This one, very interesting story. One day I saw my little cover about 5 years old or 4, I don't remember exactly. He's actually writing a thing that is a turtle, you know, so I start to have the idea to turn him into a interesting character. So it's like a river with the lost souls flowing around, and he's the one who trying to bring them home using the traditional. He's doing this. He's writing there and playing the things. I don't know why, but it's just so memorable during the time. A lot more my own personal explorations. You can see more of there. Or you can buy the book. Smooth. Okay, my inspiration. First one, 𝐸𝐬𝐬. Anyone know this guy? Raise your hand if you know. Wow, so little. Now you know. He is the father of digital painting. He's the one who helped develop Photoshop at the beginning. He even used mouse to draw. Of course, not drawing this, you use mouse. I don't think so. But he's really the one hero for me to learn how you translate traditional art with digital medium, right? So the value of the traditional method, like the lighting, the brush stroke, the less is more, the economy, brush stroke, everything. he managed to pull it off in the digital format. So take a look, go and check out his work. Then I'm curious why this guy is so good. I have this habit. When I saw someone good, I don't believe. I go and dig out the history of this guy. Oh, he liked this person. He really think that. He mentioned this guy a lot. 𝐸𝐶𝐬𝐧𝐞𝐻. It's an old master painting. He used to be a portrait master. Anyone know 𝐸𝐶𝐬𝐧𝐞𝐻? Okay, I think you guys need a bit of history. Yeah? Never mind, I'm talking to myself today. Why this is important? Because same things, the understanding of lighting, form, design. Old master, I think he's in 1980s, famous. They already started to do concept design. They break down the detail of each of the facial. So he went to visit this family, his friend. The friend got 2 kids playing around in the lily gardens. Then all this is exaggerated. In one glance, if you don't know how he designed at the back, you never know this is actually concept. Then he took the idea back home and refine it and turn it into a proper fresh off. Go look for the actual. You can search now. I don't mind you use phone. Actually, no, it's okay. Or you want to take my picture nicely when it's okay. Right. Okay. Next, John Park. Actually, I'm inspired by a lot of artists. I always look for artists and trying to steal the idea. Later, I will talk about the idea behind it. And he is the one who actually truly made me think that design, big, medium, small, space, structure, functional, and aesthetic all together. Elisa Ivanova. Anyone know? Wow. Are you guys shy or just? Sorry, yeah. Okay. Why, Elisa? Because storytelling. So if you can see the patterns here, like the digital master, the traditional master, design master, and now I have a storytelling person. Look at the hand gesture. I believe 𝐸𝐿 mentioned this before. I mean, at least he talked to me about this. The hand can be a lot of storytelling aside the face. So that's something that I felt truly believe and resonate about. Of course, Frank Gehry, I believe you don't know this. He's the master. Oh, you know, nice. Good students. Frank Gehry is a master in architectural design. What I learned from him is the way how he thinks creatively. He used to roll a paper and throw on the table, and look in the paper, how the paper actually can stand by itself, the structure, the dynamic itself. So he drew the sketch out of that and turned it into architecture. And of course, in between, there's a lot of consideration, functionality, possibility to turning this into an actual huge subject. Saw leather, recently my favorite. I just came into photographer about a year or 2 years ago. Thanks for the gift from my wife, camera. Why it is important is because he taught me a lot about less is more. Through photography, you have no other choices to making sure that you move your camera to find the space, compositions, idea, storytelling. So something has a lot more deeper. Look at his work. He has a lot of nice composition with one subject is very clear, and the rest is like almost abstract. All right, who else? Who else inspired me? Today, it's you all. All right. That's very important. Without this occasion, I'm not going to do this. My intention of building this deck is to actually, maybe I can do straightforward like live demo or anything. Right. Who want to see live demo? So, Mr. Leong, I got a workshop schedule. You can fly me over again. I'll do a watch shot. Right? Cool. Okay. There are many people. I'm blessed. A lot of people surrounding me. Give me a lot of energy, especially at work. Like, all these people. I think I'm doing good because they come over and support me. This is something that I want to emphasize on, to have people surrounding you, especially like current stage. We can learn things from everywhere, online, distance. It can be effective, for sure, if you're disciplined enough. For me, I'm not. I'm a very bad disciplined guy. I'll show you what is a cheating method I use for disciplining myself. But on top of that, I have a lot of people surrounding me. When I go to office, I saw this guy doing sketch. I hope I need to. I feel a fear, especially Jason. We have this session like showing sketchbook, sharing. Then when he's open, I'm like, oh my God, this is not sketchbook, this is art book. That doesn't make sense. He just made everything look so good, right? So this is something that I truly. Oh, but by the way, talking about sketchbook. I do bring mine, you can pass it around, but this one is relatively new. Thank you. No, you can draw something on top if you feel like to. No worries. I can continue on your strokes. Actually, it's quite fun if you do that. I will post on Instagram. Okay. Long story short, I was surrounded by a lot of talented people. I can't list out all their names and every daily basis. So I use an image to represent my feeling. This is how I feel, right? You go to office every day, you get surrounded by all these monkeys. Right, the apps. And this is me, right? Not that one, not this one, this one. Okay, at first I thought they are squeezing into the trend, like the Japan trend. But yeah, this is something that I feel every time. They gather together to generate warmth, because it's cold environment. And this is something that I feel you should appreciate when you still have such opportunity to have a big group or community around, right? When you go to work, you start to need to build everything out again. New friends, new environments. I did that, so that some of my friends still here with me. Li Wei is also here. Right. What else I do aside for digital drawing? Like I said, I get into photograph. I try to mimic later. Less is more. I learned something. I can easily remove this guy to make everything look more concise, but I really enjoy the imperfection, The footsteps moving forward. This is the series is I took it in Hokkaido, and thanks to my wife again, bring me to Hokkaido travel with a new camera. So happy. And another shot when I was looking from a different perspective. I look out. There's glass windows. The snow is actually covered partial, and some is melted. And from the opening, I can see the trees. When I look at it, I felt like maybe majority of people don't actually know how this angle actually can be a reflection, can be Another shot is a split moment when I saw the car riding in front of my car, not my car, the driver car. Then I saw this two trail follow, and has a very nice perspective and composition. And the color, if you notice, I like this color a lot. And this color, it's just nice all in here. And this, I waited in front of the windows on the hotel. Saw tons of Japanese people who walking on this very slippery, icy road, and all fell down. Some even go there and slide. Some just fell like this. So it's interesting. I feel bad about that, but at the same time I feel entertaining. So I keep watching them. The whole night, I tell you, there's like 100 people. They just keep doing it. To them, it's just a falling down is normal. For me, I don't dare to try it at all. So I think that's also different mindset that we should probably need to learn when you go into different kind of environments. All right. Of course, I'm an IL wannabe student. I try to pretend I can draw traditionally, even until now. In the studio, we do have practice on and off, not very frequent. I hope we can do more. Right, Jason? Some of the live drawing, I'm using watercolor gouache-ish. Another watercolor. A bit abstract. Take a look and think about why is the floor this way. Or more typical, the one academic style. Right. Okay, that's all for the, oh yes, one more. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to show off more. Ink on my sketchbook, but not today's sketchbook. I have a few of them. This is a very old one, I believe. Yeah, just a bunch of Mac. The last one is for Skull and Bones. I think that were 2019, 18. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. This one is on A4 paper. Okay, today topic. I'm a very organic person, and believe me, although I'm an introvert, it's hard for me to stand in front of all of you to talk like this. But this is something that I feel like I can share because I feel comfortable and resonate a lot to it. Allow me to sit down because it's going to be 2 hours long. I try to make it short. Okay, here is what we want to talk about. The messy process, imperfection, consistency, and creative. Okay, the messy process is about managing your expectation of what is the ideal creative process. Right? Imperfection is about how you can actually have a correct mindset over the time to improve yourself. I will explain in detail later on. Consistency is the way how I tell you, how you cheat to get discipline yourself, right? Especially nowadays, for myself, later we'll talk more. Creative, once you have all this, you might need to think about, okay, what can I do? I got time, I can embrace my imperfection. I don't have idea, I cannot start. I get stuck over there, I don't do, then I stop, right? So let's jump into the first one. Why is your process looks like a disaster? Okay, let's explain a little bit about the ideal scenario. Usually what happens is you have an idea, you brainstorming, or you get a brief from the director. Ideally, you went to research, right? You find things that resonate to what you have in mind. And you start exploring the thumbnail. You refine it. If you're lucky, you get one very nice one, you can refine it and continue polish it, become a masterpiece. Simple, straightforward. Is this what you're doing now? Anyone actually having this process? I'm glad that you have this process. It's a good process to start with. There's no right or wrong, okay? But on the experience, working in many different individuals, 16 years in the industry, this is too ideal to be true, right? Let me show you what happened to myself. Again, all this is my personal experience, right? Okay, you have a brief and idea. I will usually do exploration first before anything. Why? Because I might have a strong image in my mind. If I go straight to research, I will search for the same thing. So I need to put it down on the table, on your tablet, on your PC, what is in your mind first. Then you will slowly find out, oh, actually I didn't see about another side of things. If you think about apple, you will search for apple, but you never think about orange. Okay? So it's a trick. put down, clear the cache from your mind, put down the idea you have in mind beforehand, right? Then you do research, then go back to explorations. After that, you might find some candidate is good, then you continue refine it. At this point, I feel like almost reaching the end of the task. Yes, can go home. Can become a masterpiece. But the truth is not. You might find it, something is wrong during the refinement. You feel like, maybe the initial idea is not great, I need to change it. You do research again. You go back to refine, explorations, refine. Then now, I think it's the final. Then your art director come to you and say, hey, Gab, this is not right. We have a new ideas. Or maybe you want to try something new. All right, then we go to brainstorming again. It happens, right? So during your school time, please train yourself to be familiar with this kind of back and forth. And this is reality. It's not the ideal tutorial. You say, oh, you do this research and this is done and done. Yes, because the person do for himself. Not for the client, not for the boss, not for the director, creative director, no. So things can change rapidly. Take coffee, take a break, rest. Anyone take coffee here? You need to survive, you need to learn how to drink coffee. All right, sorry. Then we go to explorations, and more coffee, and more coffee. And to sum up, creative process is like this. Never that straightforward. All right? It's always messy. Okay? This is not just for your task. It can be your journey in your art. It can be messy. You can be like, oh, I want to do manga. No, I want to do illustration. No, I want to do this. You're jumping around, you're trying to refine, you grind, you're trying to build out your taste over time, then you're finalizing it later on. I can't even tell myself now have a set, fixed intention or direction for my art. Right? So messy is about honest. Right? Art ends born polished. The best ideas start as scribbles, accidents, or failed experiments. Right? Messy is equal to fearless. If you wait for perfect, then my moleskin sketchbook, when I bought it, first page, I want to do something cool, but just okay, let's go, let's do it. Done is better than perfect, all right? Messy equals to iterative. Creativity is problem solving. Each mistake teaches us something, right? Messy is unique. Your flaws, your problem today can be your style for tomorrow. Second point, very fast, okay? Second point already, got 3 more, 2 more, right? Imperfection is the process. Let me see, do I have any? Okay, I'm going to show you something very painful for myself. Why your bad art is the most important. I think typo got problems. I need some graphic designer help you. Okay. Why bad art is important? This is reference, not my art. Okay, take it easy, I'm not that good. This is my art. Anything, anyone think that this is good? Well, you guys are very nice. Very nice. I should come here often. They give me some energy. All right, I think one good thing from here is I really first time to try crazy color. Right, thinking about the black and white and turn into color. But if you look close, first problem, phase control is off, right? Why I'm trying to do this, you need to always self-reflect your art. You just don't, not like, oh, do it perfect, I put it aside, I don't look at it again. I post it on Instagram for a reason, because every time I will just review, back and forth, and check. Of course, I like people like my art, but more importantly is to really for myself to look at it. Wrong value. IELTS student, don't tell me you don't see the problems, huh? Too bright. This is somewhat 50 mid-tone-ish, This is just like close to 20 already. Very messy brush stroke for no reason, just trying to be like, I'm a master, I'm trying to be cool, to have a lot of strokes, and using the brush that people ask me what brush to use. Another one example, this one. Everyone think this is okay? A little bit better, huh? A little bit better. But again, this is more painful than the previous one. Look at the finger. Can you see the problems? She only got one section of the finger. And I even say fast. I don't know why. Something is very, very wrong over here. Okay? And another one. Look at the face. Okay in one glance. But the moment that I try to shape it straight, the eye is one side out and one side down, one big and one small and one big. So much a problem. Proportion. And also, I'm so proud. I said, this is my style. No, stylization. Yeah, stylization. Okay, this one I feel comfortable to share. Okay, this is the result. The most letters are okay. A lot more better proportions, better rendering, better eye proportion, better strokes, planning. But again, there's still a lot of rooms to improve the lighting condition. I wish I can capture a bit more clear definition about where is the lighting come from. Right now, it's almost everywhere. Okay, a lot of this. You can this is nitpicking, but yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of improvement still. And this piece is done specifically for Penang, the One Academy, and for my launch of art exhibitions. That's why I was thinking a lot like how to do this. I have a brief conversation with Mr. Leong. Old people, sorry, people who have experience. Oh man, sweat. He wanted to promote Penang. I think the passion is there, right? So I need to try my best to fulfill his wish. I've been thinking a lot about, what is the things that we think about Penang. CKT, right? It's a perfect thing in 𝐸𝐸. Today, I'm excited because finally I can go to eat 𝐸𝐸 with my peers later on. Again, right? Okay. I did a few try, like a messy process. Like I scratch and do it again. So I try to do like Mecca style with people who serving the 𝐸𝐸. I did another one very quickly and trying to think about, maybe the uncle is the cyborg. It's not good. I still scratch and throw away and do it again. Like, okay, some sketches, cannot get anywhere, and I'm running out of time. No more time, I cannot do such a lot of detailed things. So I move on. Something simple, maybe this way. And I try to do a little bit of sketch to emphasize what can I add in. At the end, I cut a lot of things, then become like this. Right? So this is the whole thought process about this piece. And of course, there's a lot more references, support, and my friends, they watching me a little bit here and there. Time to time, I will show them my progress. Okay, finished art is for client. Messy art is for yourself, right? You need to learn from your own messy process and art. consistency over genius. There's a cheat code that I found that how you make yourself more disciplined. Who read this book? Great. Go get it. I'm not the owner. I'm not the author. Go get it. Atomic Habit. Tiny changes make a remarkable result. The key takeaway is don't aim for big things. Start with small, simple, right? Easy, can manage. 1% every day. I show you the formula. From doodle, you can slowly improve to daily study. When you get familiar and your way of doing things improve a lot, then you can become portfolio. This is the calculation from 𝐸𝐻𝐞𝐿. Until now, I still don't know where he get this from. Sometimes you don't need to know, you just need to believe. Right? So, 1% better every day. Let me read. By end of the full year, you will be 37.78 times better. But if you do nothing, from 1, you will drop to 0.03. Okay. So, this is what I did. From 2020 until now, approximately 5 years, I posted 200 posts, 40 posts per year. Okay, if you scale down to month, every month I have 3.3 posts. All right, thank you. And I gotta admit, not every post is those are higher qualities. In fact, a lot of those are doodle sketches. I encourage this movement. Often students, myself also, always see those highly detailed, beautiful art on the internet. I feel afraid to post any process or any things that I trying to do. I feel afraid about that. In the internet also, you see people draw very fast. They speed up by 2, 3. I also want to be fast. No, actually not true. Okay. So in 5 years, I also throw away 300 pieces. So in total, it's about 500. Each year, 100. How I do this? Keep it small. No need to be big. No need to spend 3 hours per piece. Right. When pandemic happened, lockdown, 2020-ish, we no need to go to office. We got extra 2 hours. Commute, 1 hour there, 1 hour back. I was thinking, I'm an artist. I'm gonna be God, 2 hours for me, I can draw big things to wow the world. People are going to impress by me a lot. At first, it's super difficult. I thought I would draw like every single time, draw until I cry. I appreciate it, 2 hours every day. I want to wow the world. And very soon, I have a lot of excuses. I locked down. I have kids with me. The 2 kids need very demanding kids. They want me to play with them, so I spend 2 hours with them. And I spend 2 hours also, chill, relax. We need a long run. Take a breath, take a rest. And after a few days, really okay. My anxiety kick in. I'm not sure you guys feel that when you lock down. You feel like you're doing nothing is like a sin or crime. For many people, maybe not. You should, You should, So, I started to doodle. I tell myself, let's forget about doing masterpiece. Let's forget about doing high quality, very detailed art, because I'm not going to do it. If I even accumulate every 2 hours every day, I'm not going to complete anything. This is the truth. For myself especially, I also TikTok, Instagram, 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿, Facebook. Facebook is a bit old. Sorry. No offense, no offense. My mom using it. So I start to do little things like this. Oh, oops. Okay, good. Technical. Can you help me to play? Oh yes, magic hand. Thank you. So as you can see, combining what I learned from John Park and James Cray and not afraid of doing ugly things, because I believe the ugly things mean something for you, for the future. So I started to do a lot of this kind of exercise to just kickstart the momentum. Again, don't aim for big things. A lot of this I spread out for a few days. Believe me or not, it's not one day sit in. But right now, if you ask me to do this, I can sit in half an hour to finish all this. Okay? Just a fun part where you're trying to design something, some shapes learning idea, combination of different shapes, some creative process over there. If I don't try this out, I never develop my own way of doing things. Okay? So, yes. Okay. Quick hack. If today you can open your sketchbook or open a file on any digital format, just do one thing, simple things, then you win. Do it again the next day. First 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it's up to you. Slowly we'll get more. We'll keep up the momentum, right? So underlying my self-doubt is often high expectations. You never start because ego, right? At least I'm that kind of, I'm not moving forward. It's not because my skill set. Skill can develop, but you don't do anything, you will never develop the skill. Make mistake, make ugly piece is the perfect moment that you learn something. All right. So after I overcome my ego, I started to post a lot, regularly. Guess what happened to me? My initial follower is about 300. Now it's about 36,000. 39. Sorry, 39.5 thousand. Close to 40,000. Right? You ask me, do I emotional affected by the followers of likes? Honest are not a god. Yes, I did. People like it. Of course, I like it. I'm happy. Well, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. You want people like your art, right? I'm not going to say, you know what, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't trigger by emotion because of people like or don't like stuff, or even comment say, hey, this is ugly. I mean, it's natural. Human have the emotion because of people like or don't like your stuff, right? But you need to learn the proper mindset to deal with it, right? So what's next? Here's the magic kick in. In 2020, I did these sketches. Not too bad, but proportion off, a lot of messy, lumpy, shapes. And Sediment 2021, a little bit more better. I started getting more solid. And this is this year. So you can clearly see the improvement from one to another. Thanks for Jason suggestions to put in my progress. All right, I also get attention. People from Imagine FX contacted me and say, hey, start to like my work, and can I ask you to feature my art on the Imagine FX? I believe not much of you guys reading Imagine FX now. Maybe a digital format. But at the same time, they approach me, they want to pay me. Okay, this is very important. Now I see that, Instagram works. You can get some commission out of that. Okay, on top of that, I also do, very infamous NFT things. The job that I not really like to do. That's why I charge them very high. I was hoping they say, it's too much, we're going to stop it. But they accept it. They accept it. I'm not kidding, it's a lot of money. Right? They asked me to do a series spread across about 2 months or 3. I can tell you the price. In general, it's about 10K, 3 months. Not kidding. A lot of commissions, but I rejected because of that. Can you draw this? Can you draw that? Can you draw this fan art? I'm not good in that. Sculpture, like I mentioned before, some toy company asking for the suggestion and all this. Teaching, for sure. Workshops, yes. Films. This is something that a little bit exciting to me because it's a bucket list for me to check. I want to do at least something about film. That's why Blur Studio want to ask me, invite me. Do you guys know Blur? You don't know Blur? You are very blur. Okay, they told me they want me to participate in one project. And a bit rushed, but it's okay. I told them that I can only work at night because I got a full-time job, so I cannot spend 2 hours per day. They said, not bad, can, let's go in. They really like my work. They said, okay. Then I asked, which one you like? I got so many, and some of them like having different kind of finishing. I'll be worried. And they, sorry, didn't show anything. I will show later. At the end, they say, you know what? I like your rough sketches, ideas, and no need to be super finished because we want the 3D artists have their own input about the design. So I work for them for character design. 1, 2, 3 character design and 1 pet design. Right? I work on this. It's launched, and thank you. I show off to my friends that, oh, I accidentally stepped into film industry, like that. I cannot tell you what I cannot show you the things because there's a process. I need to wait for 30 days after they launch to apply for approval to show on my social media, okay? But I can tell you which episode my favorite. Spider Rose. Yes. If I have chance, I will show you next time. Or you can follow my Instagram. Of course, then, art exhibition. Thanks again, Mr. Leong. Talk about this, ask me to run my art exhibition. I think it's a good opportunity. That's why I tag along with my book. I spend, in this book, there will be 79, 80 pages. Supposedly, it will be 79 unique pages, but I made a big mistake. There's 2 pages that's a repeat. So in total, it's 77. Still a lot, okay? Still a lot of unique pieces. So what I think about it, later I come back to this page. These 2. Don't be alert if you really buying the book and you saw there's repeat. They are far apart. That's why I didn't notice that. It's because my problem of a layout, and also printing it is in China. So it's QCY also hard to revisit the layout again. So what I did is I take one of these duplicate to doodle something like a speech bubble or anything. So every book that I brought today is unique. So it's 40 of them. Okay. So yeah, shamelessly advertising my book. You know. So it's the collection of the best work that I selected from 2020 to 2023. I actually printed 200 pieces, but 160 still on the way, on the sea, shipping over. So I can only bring 40 here. Okay. And will be the last 200 pieces because it's a kind of defect pieces, so I will never reprint the same. Okay, live flat like this, and retail price, retail price, $65 SGD is about 215, but consider you guys. Special offer is 150 today. I think we will arrange for you to take a look the actual thing. So, okay, last point, very quick. Okay, after understanding the importance of embrace imperfection, improve yourself consistently using the method of cheating, like 1% every time, you create the compound effect. One day you improve a lot over time. Okay. My biggest challenge to now is to continue finding idea. Finding idea is the most challenging part for all the creative individuals, right? This book, sorry, this is like book seller, I'm selling like atomic artist, still like an artist, and my bonium pang. Okay, still like an artist. I hope you guys are. This one is relatively super easy to read. By the way, I have problems of reading. Okay, I don't know the term called, but yeah, I cannot read fluently. I need to point every single words and read. I cannot read because maybe I play too much of phone. I hope you guys don't have the problem. All right, the Thief Toolkit illustration. Under the sun, nothing is original. Everything is about copy, combine, and transform. Okay? Remember this. I will show you an example. I like P. Chan's art. I never share this to people. I want people feel good looking at this. But once we put side by side, this got a problem. I look at this, I was thinking like, oh, during the time, the lockdown, I hate COVID a lot. Then I want to draw something like a medic with a fire. They can burn the COVID virus away. So I took this as a reference. I turned this way. Very far difference, but that's what the inspiration come from. Because vitamin, how you have a good digestion. Okay, another one. I like 𝐑𝐞𝐿 art. Go find this guy also if you're interested. Very nice. All close to photorealistic, but have a lot of traditional strokes and planning behind the scene. I like toyish whimsical plots. I like cyberpunk design. That's why I have a lot of cyberpunk things in my drawing. I also like this kind of very futuristic material. So how I steal all this idea and put together. Like this. I'm not afraid to directly use others people's art as reference. Again, I clarify this. This is not the base of my painting. This is just a reference. Put it aside. There's a lot of traditional artist method. They put photo references on the side, then they start to sketch based on that collage of art, right? You don't do traditional, you miss out this very strong technique. This is the result, okay? I will show you the process that prove that I'm not using that as the underlying images, and I'm not AI as stealing people's art. Nah, kidding. So I can rest a bit. If you don't mind, I get my water. Thank you. Sorry, no music. Anyone want to sing? So again, I don't often do this in the professional world because it requires more fast-paced and rapid changes. So a lot of time we use a lot of photo batch to back and forth. Before we kneel down, then I will do the more proper one. Okay, your voice as an artist isn't about being original. It's about being authentic. Right? Nothing is original. Don't force, but try to think about what you really like. Accumulate the reference ideas over the time. Build your design sense. Okay, so you can do what you exactly like to do. Close to the end, your turn to be messy. Enjoy the messy movement. All right? Thank you.
All right, so thank you, Mr. Kobe, for that insightful presentation. We are now opening for our Q&A session. So if you have anything to ask, do not hesitate. Just raise up your hand and we will pass the microphone to you. All right, so for your information, for those who ask the best questions, top 3, you will get a signed copy of Kobe's newest art book, both Neon Punk, and also signed copies of his canvas work. So anyone wants to try?
Right. These two. I just found out that it's very interesting technique. The new prints, they no longer mount on the wood. It's actually a cardboard. They print on the cardboard straight away and fold it. They become very lightweight, classic looking. And this, my art book, close to 1 kg. Right? Each page is very thick. Later we'll show you a sample. And what did I say? Yeah, it's free, yeah? If you do the good questions. Okay? Wait, how do we start? We starting question?
Hello. Testing.
Yes.
So what is your experience working with Ubisoft?
Well, you got the note.
Pretty good, right?
Experience working with Ubisoft. You want to do this? Can my colleague raise the hand? you can see how happy I am in the Ubisoft. You know, I have a bunch of very good person, and like image I showed the monkeys. I always feel energetic because so you know, in the industry for long and working in the same place for so long, you need a lot of energy to motivate yourself, and all these people is the energy, right? They give me energy every time, every day. There will be challenge for sure, but they will all together, so it's easier to get through all the challenge. Cool.
Anyone else?
Hey, you cannot get a gift. Yes.
Anyway, I'm buying his book, so the book I will reserve to others. Okay, but I do have a good questions for you. Okay, first one, how old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you? Just
Uh,
trying to make sure you are a rabbit year, right?
40.
Oh, okay.
40 this year.
So you are older than me, a little bit.
没有礼貌。
right. Just messing around with you. Okay, Kobe, I do know that you went through a lot of different role and position. So, because let's say for me, I've been trained to be an artist only. And I think that you went through from artist and become art director, and then you came back as an expert artist again. So, what exactly that you think this process benefits to you? other than just planning. I can see that you have a good planning, a good how to mess around and then go to the finalized one. But to have this double identity, is it really, really good for you as an artist? Or how does it help you to like super level up? Because you art direction before. Okay. Oh, thank you.
So I guess this is something that I nurtured during my school time, especially with final project. Wow, it's headache, man. You do a lot of things. For back then, my digital animation times, we need to do storyboard, do 3D, do concept, do art directions. Of course, I am willingly to take the challenge. So we work in the group, 4 or 5 people. 4 or 5 people for a project, you almost need to do everything. Do lighting, do this, animation as well. So it's actually more than what I can do in Ubisoft. That's where I feel the build-up of the adaptability, how you adapt different role during your school time is extremely important. If you complain about too much work, maybe I also complained it during my time. But when I look back, that's really something that helped me to step into taking a different role over the years. And the beneficial over there is I really learn from different perspectives. For example, when I do concept, I consider what lighting artists look at it, how they feel about it, what they want to talk about, and 3D artists also, even game designer. There's one point I designed a move piece. A few people came in, the technical director looked at it, said, oh my God, there's a ice cracking, we need to make sure the rendering can work on that. And there's a VFX artist look at it, there's a splash, they want that kind of information. Lighting artists will look at it, say, oh, the ambient, the dome, they need that information. So because I went through a lot, that helped me a lot when I come to just purely doing visualization.
Good morning, Kobe. My
Morning.
question is quite simple. Do you have any tips for us, like in rendering and like art? Like how much time do you usually spend, and maybe what brushes do you use?
What brushes I use?
Yeah, maybe the characteristics.
Okay. Classic question. So talk about time. You guess. One professional Ubisoft work, let's say one move piece.
You mean the full project?
No, just one art. How much I take?
For you, maybe 1 week.
Yes, quite accurate. Like 3 to 5 days per art piece. During my time, there's a myth. People can do in 1 day. Well, everyone say, let's do it. Then turn out shit. No, we encourage people to, first, I think if you want to be fast, be good in design, the research phase is extremely important. It's the 80-20 rules. You spend 80% of time to do research, spend 20% of the energy to do the art. That 80% will shift over the time. The more you do the research, the less you need in the future. You build out a lot of visual library, a lot of design choice is already being very clear and pinpoint, and you know your client needs and wants. So a lot of time, maybe 1 or 2 try, you can get the answer already. Regarding brush, classic answer, round brush. Yeah, recommend ground brush. At one point when I reset, I throw away all my brush, then so you start to use round brush, I improve a lot. Right.
Thank you.
Hi, morning, over here.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, good morning, Kobe. So, my name is 𝐸𝐻eng, and I am a fresh graduate from 𝐑𝐴 Yeah, so I've been a huge fan of your work for a very long time. I know Craig Martins also. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm a huge fan of all your work. And So right now I'm at a point where we just graduated from my IL course.
Sorry again. You employed?
No, I just graduated
Okay.
from IL,
Okay.
and I'm trying to get work. I think it's not that easy. So first, I just want to ask you about some advice that you would have for fresh graduate, like aspiring concept artists and illustrations like us. And yeah, like how should we like tackle this thing day to day, trying to get a job, working on our portfolio, and at the same time just handling the pressure from the, because some of our peers have gotten jobs and then some of us haven't, and then there's going to be another batch of people coming out. There's just a lot of competitiveness. So I just want to ask, like, if you were in our position, how would you deal with it? And trying to find balance in everyday life. Yes, and also one very important thing that I struggle with is that I often see around and I ask, like, I see people having fun with art. Like, your art is super fun. Yeah, so, and I really enjoy that about what you do, because your process is my preferred process as well. It's really rough, it's really hands-on, and but sometimes because of like pressure and the ego thing that you talk about, so it's like you don't want to dive into it anymore, you don't want to fail. So I want to ask, like, how do you keep art fun at the same time, work on your portfolio, try and get a job? Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that was wordy.
Let me answer the last part first about my art process, why I can get so free about it. I guess everyone had to find a safe space or safe place to fail. My own art, my own directions. Okay, my own decision on how I want it to look like. So that's why you can see all my personal work is a lot more colorful and vibrant and cyberpunk, futuristic, sci-fi. On the word side, it's all more historical, moody, scary, more fierce. I always find this balance between. Without my personal one, I cannot balance the work one. I don't know, some people can do that. Like, they do very gritty, serious things, and go home also do gritty, serious things. For me, it's challenging. Okay, that's more on the personality side, right? So find a safe space for you. You don't need to spend 2 hours to fail. Sometimes I just open file, then I fail. Oh, bad, no, close it. I try it next time. All right, that's something that I encourage you to try and fail. But after you fail a lot of times, it's nothing for you already. Then the mindset will change. Regarding the work, it's very realistic questions. Anyone here afraid or not able to find a job? Okay, that's normal. First thing first, I'm not focusing on giving you answer. I cannot, because individually have a different experience on in life, right? But I can encourage you in terms of mindset. Afraid of couldn't find a job, the energy is very, very like a dark hole. The more you think about it, the more you fall into the dark hole, right? I would encourage you, instead of focusing on I couldn't, I was afraid to not getting a job, use the energy to how I can be better. Get good, right? I see some chit-chat over there. So that's what I think, because I am the one who graduated with a lot of debt. I own a bank loan. I didn't tell you this is strategy. Don't follow my style. Before graduate, I really don't have money to eat. So I quit early. Not quit early lah. I mean, I already finished the class. Like I quick go and find job. So I see a lot of people coming in. Effort, for sure. That's one thing. Current market, realistically speaking, is fluctuate a lot, up and down. So same thing. Even I have a full employment situation, I also keep reminding myself, one day I might lose my job. Okay? With 2 kids, 3 house, no kidding. 3 wife, no. It's always more stress. Are you married? Girlfriend?
No, no.
Relatively still less. Stay your focus on making yourself very, very good. We can't change the market, we can't change the reality. But you can control yourself, you can change yourself, you can move yourself forward, you can be better than yesterday. Right? That's what I thought. Yes.
Hi. I just wanted to ask, have you ever felt like imposter syndrome? Like, if you see another artist that's like much better than you, have you ever thought like, oh, no matter how much I practice, I don't think I could ever be as good as that? And how do you deal with that feeling?
I even heard someone told me that I like Kremlin so much. Then I had one friend a long time ago tell me that, hey, you know what, you never be Kremlin. You will never. He repeats, twice. I was hurt. Said, oh my God, I want to be him, no? Then the next day I come back, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be him. I'll be myself. Imposter syndrome is every time when I be in the art director role. I first chosen to be art director. There's one lead artist. He said he want to be here today. Our ex-colleague, he actually a lot more extrovert, talk, and smart, and actually knowledge, well, more experienced than me. And I was told to taking the role, and he will be my lead artist. So art director and lead artist. The feeling is like, oh my God, this guy is better than me. How can I be art director than, to really manage him or anything? Over time, I realized that everyone has his own strength. He's good, but not necessarily everything. And it's just nice that my characteristic during that time fitting the role better. Right? So to get away your imposter syndrome is to really go and clear out what is not sure about. For example, Blur Studio asking me, hey, can you do this for me? I was like, are you sure? Are you scammed? Fun fact, the guy messaged me on Instagram, the Jerome, not Jerome. Jerome, supervising creative director that messaged me on Instagram like one time, talking about that these things want me to do. I reply him after 6 months. At first I saw the few lines, I thought, scam. A lot of scam on Instagram, ArtStation. Then I take a look again. Oh my God, this guy, I went to search. It's from Blur, supervising creative director. Oh my God. Then I messaged him again. I'm sorry, I don't use to check my ArtStation message. So is that still going on? They said, oh, they have another one. They want me to join, and that's why I work on that. So make things clear, to understand what is actually blocking in front of you, maybe simply just put in effort to work on things. First, again, shift the focus more to making things and having fun with it. Right? Don't spend too much time on negative thinking about how outside influence you, how good people are. Right? If they're good like Li Wei, I will learn from him. I will squeeze the idea out of him. Okay. Next.
Hi, Kobe. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I have something to ask you. Like, do you do any like fun collaborative art with your artist friend? It's something like Kobe X, the artist name.
Haven't officially done anything like that before. Yeah.
You got a thing want to do it?
Actually, we internally have some, as a concept team, we always want to come up with some idea, working with each other. Hey, you know what? Come work on my glitch. I internally recruit.
Alright, thanks, Kobe.
Hello, hello.
since you work with Ubisoft, like with the latest release of the new Assassin's Creed game, the Assassin's Creed Shadow, of course it has like a lot of positive and of course it faces some like criticism. So how does the team plan to handle similar issues in the future project, and what are your overall thoughts on this?
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
first part I need to answer is I didn't work on the project. I cannot say anything about it. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Second part, like my art, people like it, people don't like it. I can't control it. But every time I do, I try my best to make it the best. So that's, I think, the most simple method. Don't, for yourself also, if you post anything, I remember I posted one that there's comments say, why all the lady had to wear so tight? Okay, she's an athlete. Can that make sense? She need to fight, so need to move easily, agility, things like that. I cannot control others people thinking. It's the same thing for any product in the world. Even TOA might have a lot of people don't like it, but at least I like it. So,
Okay, thank you.
welcome. Yes.
Interesting. Right now, is it harder to get a job in large companies like Ubisoft now, in compared to when you first got in?
That's all?
Yeah, and also like want to know what can we do to get the same opportunities, or at least like a chance for the position,
Sorry for the confusion.
a chance to have a job in Ubisoft or the big companies.
Okay. Yes, back then for me, maybe I'm good, so it's easier. Now because they just start out, again, when the new studio set out, of course, they really need to base on the project to recruit. And the numbers is really defined by many factors. So in current Ubisoft's case, it also have a factor of how is the government allow foreign talent coming in, or they are prioritizing more the internal countries' talent first. This also factor or after the factor, right? But if you really that good, they will find ways to do it, right? But there's nothing guaranteed, and actually, especially in the current market. Right? For getting into big studio, one thing I want people to focus on what you really like. Do you want to spend 20 years in this studio, but doing something that you are not keen to do? Some people say, I interview these students, not from here, from somewhere, I don't want to say the name. I want to be doing the character design. I say, okay. But it's not a formal recruitment, it's more like they trying to go through the simulations of interview. But they put out the real demand, they said, character design, okay. Female character design. Okay, very specific. No, what else? Manga. All right. Do you have age preference? My reply to the lady. So, for me, my suggestion is equate yourself the adaptability, like you can actually look into different possibility of different types of work. I'm not saying that you need to force yourself to learn everything like object on, but to get familiar during the school time is the best opportunity, because when you go out into work, and myself, like you will start to be more narrow into your job role, and actually higher dangerous, higher chance for a person leave the company that can't find a job than the students. First, the pay, the seniority, the specializing. So the one should be worried is me. Right? But for you all, I believe let's try to focus on your fundamental skill. Right? To get in the company, choose wisely. If you like Blizzard, do their style. If you like Ubisoft, do Ubisoft style. If you like Marvel comic, let's go for that. Right? And you tell yourself you're going to work on that for 20 years.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Over here. Okay. In regards to since you are a game concept artist, right? I want to ask, do you put so-called realism or realistic designs in the first stage of your thumbnails, or do you just like put a little bit only? For example, you draw mechs, and if your mechs intended, for example, their arm joints to rotate 360 degrees, so you only put the most basic like ball and socket joint, and that's enough already. And after, if you decide to go further, refine it, and only then you refine it, or when you decide on the detail, and then you proceed after that.
Okay, so the question is, I am a realistic concept.
How much do you put realism or realistic aspects in your first stage of thumbnailing?
Okay, thumbnailing. We are not doing. We are entertainment designer. Right? We're trying to make things interesting. Right? I'm not the simulation artist who had to measure everything close to the realistic.
Oh
okay.
no, I mean more like maybe realistic is not the right word. I mean more like believable or functional.
Oh yeah. That's good. So thumbnailing usually will tackle the big shape first. Shape design come first, then we try to problem solve ourselves. That if this shape looks really cool on this Mac, how is the joint works? We can think in the next stage. Yeah.
Oh, so for shape first. So for
shape's the king.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Next I need to jump. Sorry.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask if when you're going on for major projects, like if you're not working for a company, if like you are taking commissions from other people, do you still go out of your way to make something more fresh out of your style, out of your usual style, or do you stay conservative for the work?
Sorry again, can you repeat the question?
Sorry. So is it like when people commission you, do you go out of your way to make a new style for them, or do you stay conservative for your with your usual style, but you only make something new for yourself?
You mean someone commission me?
Yeah.
If they commission me because they like my style?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to change anything. Mostly it's like what kind of finishing they need. Yeah.
So you don't really play with the style and make it like a platform to make something new?
If daily work basis, like I will try to push the boundary. It's actually the other way around, because most of the freelance clients, they look for you for the reason. Like if they like your colorful stuff, they will actually looking for you for the colorful stuff. Then you're trying to become dark and gloomy, they will like, hey, there's no why I agree in the first place.
Alright, thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Kobe. I want to ask a question, and this is no offense, but I really want to know, do you think this job, become an illustrator, is necessary this day because there's a lot of AIs, or in the future?
Good questions. You got a book now. So AI is definitely a hot topic. When AI come out, I do feel the anxiety for sure, right? But after I try a few times, AI is nothing, right? So again, AI can be a powerful tools. In fact, actually, I have a slide, if you don't mind, hidden slide. Yeah, it's the same PowerPoint. Sorry, yeah. I prepare for you. I predict this question coming. I purposely put after the Q&A to have more impact. AI. Originality versus emotion. AI just do remix work, meaning that they only repeat things that appear in front, already happens, then they try to merge to come up with something different. Not necessarily something groundbreaking or have a lot of cultural depth. Ultimately, humans are the one who drive that. When you say illustrator, okay, I want you to learn new perspective. You learning but you are the creative one, right? Don't say yourself a painter. You are not a painter, right? You are the creative individual. You should be able to develop more of problem solving, ideation, generate emotion through your art. Now that's very important. So AI, lack of narrative intent, designers, and ambiguous purpose. Designer is the one who making sure, is it blocking? Do I need to move table? Later you can take a look. So I read out for you. So it's mostly about storytelling and meaning. Then third one is problem solving. AI, how it works is collect data, a lot of data that exists. Okay? For human, we need to think beyond the data. One thing that AI cannot do, if they can do, is very scary. Huh? If you hear the news about this, then we all, not just because we lost a job, we all human will die. AI cannot tell lie. Okay? In my job, I cheat a lot, visually speaking. So there are many things that in the production that we cannot do specifically like this. Oh, what about we try this? Just because it's just front face, we don't need to do the back and all this. AI cannot do this. AI will give you everything, overloaded detail, overloaded informations, right? AI art is average, looks good, right? But they don't have the touch of artists. Like Kremlins do this, like a brush stroke. They purposely do it, leave it that simple. They create emotion. So I encourage, I don't know why I said demanding, become art director now. I encourage you to really train your aesthetic choices, artistic sense, because that AI cannot do, right? Yeah, that's why the number 4, average the trends, no? Designer define the unique. The 5th, AI cannot help me to talk. They can help me to write. In fact, this is AI. I tell the AI I want to encourage the students. But it's true, in a team, daily basis, we talk about creative things. We problem solving, we face to face, we fight emotionally, passionate. You know, we find the middle ground, we find a good solution. Maybe it's not the best solution that AI provides, but it's win-win situation for all the human when we work together. So this is something that AI cannot do, because AI always look for the more optimized. Again, it's still not too good yet. AI have the risk in terms of copywriting. So far until now, there's no one can guarantee you AI have no issue about this. All right. So a lot of people use AI, they only stop at the brainstorming sessions because they don't know how to draw or find a good reference. Then they use AI to generate an image that somewhat can represent something that they have in mind, that the rest still us as a concept artist. Imagine such a big company like Ubisoft, right? Do you think they don't want to use AI? I didn't say yes or no. Controversy. I'm still there. I'm still as a concept artist. All right, so pretty reassured that AI is still nothing yet. So last one, AI can be powerful too, maybe. Maybe one day something can replace AI, even more powerful. You will never ending to worry about there's a new tool is better, because if you only focus on doing it for the sake of doing it, not thinking about why am I doing this, your mindset, your idea, why I like 𝐑𝐶_art, because 𝐑𝐶_art have a lot of storytelling. AI cannot do. As simple as that. I will buy his book. I don't buy AI book. So strong taste, sharp aesthetic sense, bold creativity, and rock solid fundamentals will propel you forward, no matter how technology evolves or shifts. Okay? No more AI question, huh?
Hello, sir.
Yes. You can take a seat, no worries.
Hello, sir. Since just now you've claimed that you did work on Love and Death robots, right? I would like to ask a deeper question.
If I can answer.
On which episode or season do you work on in the series?
I mentioned just now. I cannot tell exactly, but I really like Spider Rose.
Oh, but at least you can respond with what's your favorite part?
Yeah.
Right.
My favorite part of Spider Rose is character design.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, one last question.
Hello, Kobe.
Yes.
I would like to ask, because you said you transfer from DG, then you go and work on to concept artist. Is it easy for you because you don't have the illustration concept? You're not from illustration course, right? So is it easy, and do you use 3D knowledge in it?
Okay. First of all, thanks to Li Wei. Yeah, he do pass me a lot of illustration technique. Yes and no. Not necessarily easier, but again, we all creative ones. So whether or not you're in DG illustration, I think the key thing is you're able to adapt the problem solving part. And I do use 3D for block out, even sometimes in the final and paint over a little bit here and there. Yeah.
Like the Assassin's Creed, do you use 3D or the
Which one?
the very first one, the Assassin's Creed?
I believe most of the Assassin's Creed time I use a lot more photo bash. Yes, photo bash. Another time, last time, photo bash cheating. Industry standard now. Right now is the AI cheating. In future, no. 3D is cheating. I using it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so once again, thank you, Mr. Kobe. So now we will be choosing the best four students, I think, okay, students who ask the best questions. All right, so as mentioned just now, you will be receiving the signed copy of his art book, okay, his newest art book, Boat Neon Punk, and also the signed canvas of his work. All right. So the first one to choose, still considering.
Okay.
Too much questions already, yeah.
Can you raise your hand who asked question so I can try to recall your questions?
For those who ask questions, can raise up your hand?
Yeah, please. Okay.
Alright, so you can come and receive.
Oh, I did this yesterday afternoon when shooting video about me doing some art. So hopefully you like it. Vilash. Sorry again, the hands.
The second one.
I think the first one. I want to encourage whoever to do it first. Plus the question is not bad. Got notes some more. Right. Right, thank you.
Congratulations. And for the third one, raise up your hand again for those who haven't received anything.
Sorry, I cannot remember everyone's name. Congrats.
Alright, so we move to the last one. Congratulations on having the newest art book.
Okay, congrats. Okay.
Alright, so once again, thank you, Mr. Kobe. We sincerely appreciate you for sharing such inspiring and valuable experience to us. So we would like Mr. Kobe to stay on stage as we welcome our Deputy Head of Illustration Department, Ms. 𝐑𝐨𝐶, to present our token of appreciation to Mr. Kobe. Next, we would like to invite our Managing Director of the One Academy Penang, Mr. 𝐊𝐭𝐤𝐬𝐿, to receive a token of appreciation, his newest art book, okay, to us.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So this marks the end of our sharing session for today. For your information, Kobe's newest art book, Bold Neon Punk, is now available to purchase during our event. The art book is limited in stock, as mentioned, only 40 copies. So first come, first serve. So if you are interested, please proceed to the mezzanine floor, which is outside the hall, okay, the second floor. And if you have pre-ordered a copy, you may proceed to the same place to collect. So thank you everyone for coming, and we wish you to have a fun weekend.
Thank you.
So everyone, you may exit from the door at the behind. Thank you.
We set out on the open road to the fields of gold. Side by side when it hurts the most, and you feel like letting go. We get knocked down, we'll rise again. We won't give up, we won't forget. It's
sure to bring along all your belongings. Check again after.
All of my consent to toss me round the room and slam my back against the wall. You might just have to get me drunk and let